Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now back on here, going to finish it. I'm going to start finishing everything. I'm in Australia and I am, oh guess what, cold. That's me. Okay, so I ironed that bit on there, this bit here, because I want to put that there. I haven't actually done anything on it since yesterday because I've just been, I don't know, not really doing much of anything at all, really. So I've got lots of bits and pieces here that I want to put on, but I'm going to work on this end here to get this bit done. That has to be covered over because of the way that I've joined it up. And I have all these wool fibres here that I've collected up over the years, and I'm going to put this green one down here, I think. Okay, now I can't remember which one of you want to see this. Here's my ring, hang on. You told me to show you. You said wear it every day and show you what it looks like, see? It is nice, isn't it? It's not, well, it wouldn't be real. I mean, to say that, I'm not, somebody really, rich would have to have a real one. But it looks so good. Doesn't it look good? It doesn't have to look real. It just has to look nice, and it looks really nice. And I wear it all day, every day. It's not actually pinching at all. It fits really good, actually. It's just probably the edge of the thing. But anyway, you just wanted to see that, and that's it. I've got 4 more coming a day, and I'll show you them. Cost me less than $2 or $2 on Temu. Beautiful. They are. Love them. I do like some fake jewellery, if that's what you can call it, fake jewellery. It's costume jewellery. And you want to see people on the TV wearing it all the time, don't you? Okay, so I'm sure none of them are supporting, are wearing real stuff, are they? Yeah. Well, people couldn't afford to walk around with something real on their hands like that. It's just, there's nothing wrong with having a bit of feeling nice and having some nice things on. Is there? I like my new bracelet I made. That's really cool. I'm going to make one I'm going to make a blue one to go with this ring. I've got an orange ring coming. I've got I think I got a red one. It seems strange for me. And then the other two are not like that. Anyway, I'll show you, and I'll make bracelets to go with all of them, eh? Never mind. I've got to do something. I want, it's nice to have some nice things. Well, I've never been one for jewellery at all much that, over the years. I definitely would rather have crafting items instead of any sort of jewellery. Definitely. Definitely would rather. And I'm just going to couch this down here so you can see a bit of work done today, I hope. I know I'm going slow at this, but I'm going to finish them because it's going to be for my own sake, It'll help me a lot too, because I'm getting back onto doing things that I haven't done anything with for a while. And this, I really like this. Now there's a stitch coming down here that I'm going to have to take out because I've already stitched that other bit. I don't want to be seeing that bit. Make sure you get the right one, Sonia. Thank you, Loki. Righto, so... Oh. Okay, it's here. Nobody panic. Please don't. I might have to go along here again after I've come down here once. I might have to just stitch up here again because I'm not exactly couching. I didn't really get hold of all of that. Right. Okay, so the sun's shining today, but that doesn't mean it's not cold because it is. I'm not actually that angry at my husband, but he's not exactly one of the most popular people to me today. Anyhow, between our lounge room and kitchen there's a breakfast bar. part that comes up in between the two. It's not really that close to being in between the two, but it is. And all the time, Jeremy just got a habit of just putting things on it and just putting things on it and not watching what he's doing, and he always leaves the mobile phone sitting there. And of course at the bottom of that breakfast bar, on the floor, against the wall, is our cat's water dish. Well, one of them, he's got 3 through the house. He's got one in the bathroom, one in our bedroom, because they're places that he's likely to, need to go to get a drink. This morning, Jeremy said, the mobile phone fell in the cat water. He didn't seem to care at all. Didn't worry him. It's really strange because it's still working, but it may not be. Ah, dear. I'm not actually angry with him. I get frustrated sometimes. He's a really good man, but it was nothing. He didn't seem to worry him. Thank goodness it's not a really expensive one. It only cost a couple $100. It wasn't one of them smart ones, that people get and pay a real lot of money for, because I just didn't want one of them anyway. We usually use our phone just to make phone calls. We don't use it for anything else, although I'm going to get the next one, or this one here I'm going to get, and I'm going to use it to do some videos up the town when I get this thing that I'm waiting for today. Well, I hope so. I hope it's going to work. I've bought some sort of contraption to put on my scooter so I can take us for a drive, so hopefully the mobile phone will still be working. But if it isn't, I'm the one that's got to go and buy another one, because he won't. And I don't like that idea. But I'm going to have to, I suppose. Usually I'd grab my daughter and say, can you meet me there or come with me, just in case I see if I pick out the right thing, because I don't know. And it wouldn't matter how much the people told me about them, it's not going to help me at all. I don't, so she just might have to come with me if this one doesn't hang on. But it's still going. It's still going, and I just can't believe it that it's still working. Because I remember when our eldest daughter got her, Peggy, when she got her first mobile phone, she went to put it on the side table next to her bed and put it in her glass of orange juice. That was the end of that. She didn't really get that upset either, because I don't think she thought she had the right, I don't know, because she just did something that was just silly, really, because it didn't work again. But anyway, she's had lots more since then, so. But anyhow, so that's that one. Yeah, so that's what we're up to today. Besides the fact that I'm grizzling like worse than ever, because of how cold it is. And every day I tell you this, and I'm sorry. I apologise. Sorry about that, I'm just going to drink. But this morning, for some reason, I did notice a lot more than other days, which is really weird for me. Because usually I'm cold, but I'm not carrying on like I did today. Maybe it was something to do with the wet mobile phone. Well, maybe they have water. They're waterproof now, are they? Or something. If that keeps going on, I'll be absolutely stunned. You see people getting them wet and panicking and putting them in rice or something. I was going to tell Jeremy to do that, but I thought, oh no, that might work. Might be just something that you see on the TV. I need a piece of thread. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking for something to put it across here. So I've got most of my pearl threads in here. Oh well, the rest are still on the reel. Oh, there's this nice one. That's yellow, isn't it? That's really nice. Need something with a bit of I think I want it a bit thicker. Do I want something a bit thicker? Maybe not. Oh. Gee, this is a nice colour. I don't know if I'll put that on there. Where's some yellow? It's only a very thin one, isn't it? Here, what about this one? Can't remember what colour now I'm putting it on to. That's a bit, I might be alright. I'll just have a quick look there at that. See what we've got there. Yeah, I think I'll use the yellow one, would be good. Even though I've got a bit of... I put Appleton wool along that one. I was thinking about putting some more wool on there, but I don't know that I'm really crazy about that. It's very not going to stay there. No, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put that other because I'm not happy. Plus, I think it's bubbling up a bit there, isn't it? We're going to move that bit. See, I think I've been happy with this piece up until that bit. So I've seen that. I mean, if I put more two threads or made a thicker thing, it might have been better with this. Could have used the other wool stuff, you know. I'll show you that in a minute. Somewhere. Actually, I didn't bring it in. It's out in the other room. It's just like it's a lot thicker. I can't see any on here, so I mustn't have used it. But I don't think I want this Appleton one on here because it is very, very fine. And I need something a bit heavier. That's what I want. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? Don't pull the wrong thing. I'll take that out. It's going a bit variegated too, this one. Hear me out with this. You see what I'm doing? Only just. I'm fiddling in the back of here trying to get this off. Okay? Be a knot behind that, was there? A poor little dog of ours, Jeremy goes out the front and gets upset, but because she can't hear him, because she's deaf now, he can't let her go out there because she doesn't hear him calling her back when she takes off down the street. He's wandering away, so he doesn't want to do that. Let her out there, so she just sends bugs. He's out there doing pruning. He just prunes the roses. Probably a bit later than he would have done usually. It's probably been too cold though. Right, I haven't threaded that yet, have I? I need a bit of needle in that one. That's not thick enough. There's something here. I guess this will do. This will do. Hang on. Okay. Righto. Come here. And you're stuck. You're stuck. That's better. Yeah, I do keep a couple of good ones in here, so I can usually use that. Well, if I can find it. To be honest now, I've got to be honest, I've got to find it first. Now I'm going to put this on. I wonder if I know how to remember how to do that weed ear stitch or something. Have I got it on here anyway? No, I don't. Actually, I might do the chevron one because it looks really good and I'm going to do a couple of rows. Now, it's a shame that's a little bit bubbly, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's going to have some sort of texture, and that's probably what it's going to be. Okay. Move things from around my arms. Okay. Now, I talked to my brother yesterday. He seems to be going a lot better. Hopefully he will be getting out of there, in the hospital. He seems a bit back to himself a bit, so... And somebody said, how was Peg? Well, Peg's going okay as far as I know, because she was supposed to ring me yesterday and she didn't. And because she didn't, I didn't want to ring her because it's... she might have been doing something and I didn't want to disturb her. That's how I felt. I didn't feel like disturbing if she was busy. So as far as I know, she's actually going to, I think today she's gone to the specialist about her lungs, because they found something on her lungs as well, because she's had a bit of trouble with her breathing and as well. But it's 3 millimetres or something, this little thing that they seen in there. And it's not recognisable. They said they didn't know what it was, so hopefully that means they can't see anything bad. So she was going today, nearly sure it was today, to find out about it. So I hope that's good for her. She's always had asthma. The thing could be a little bit of scarring too, probably from, because she's had pneumonia and that. She's not been very lucky, that young lady, mine. Oh, she's 36 or something now, but she's had a lot of... But she did smoke, and I don't see that that's a good thing. I don't know. And I'm not saying, people, it's everybody's choice, but you've got to... I did too, until 29 years ago. I gave up. I had to give up smoking because I couldn't do that. I never was a really... I suppose I had a few when I went out somewhere, but I was never really big of a heavy smoker. So because Jeremy never smoked, so when I met him, I didn't sort of smoke that much, I just... So I quit that. I didn't want to do that anymore. Didn't like doing it in the first place. I don't know, the girls at work encouraged me to do that, because we used to go out for smoko, out to the toilets. The lady knew, the lady that was in charge of us. She knew we were having our smoko break, They say, come on, Sonia, go on, let's have one, it'll be right, go on. Yeah. And Sonia has to go and do that, doesn't she? She just has to go and do it. So and then ended up that I was smoking, and then when I told my boyfriend at the time, he wasn't very happy with me. He told me I'd been lying to him, but I hadn't actually told him, so I couldn't figure out that it was a lie. I thought, and anyway, he smoked too, but it was just something in them days, I suppose. We didn't know what it was going to, how it was going to affect us back in them days. You didn't know. It was sort of something everybody was doing, which is a really scary thing when you sit down and think about it. We were just sitting there putting that cigarette in our mouth and lighting it, and if somebody told you to do that, you wouldn't, would you? Like, if you would. Anyway, just never mind. Don't worry about what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so I hope she gets a good report anyway. I don't know what they're going to say to her. It's we're just going to have to wait and see. I'll cut that bit off. It's not sticking out the front top end, so it doesn't matter. I can't see it. So if I can't see it, I don't want to worry about it, okay? I'll work out what I'm going to put there yet. We'll figure that out later. I'll figure that out later. I'm thinking about putting, no, we're not going to put that there. I might put this one on. It's a bit thicker than what I've been using, and that's okay, because this is a heavy piece, like the bits of applique on it that I've got, the felt and the wool and that on here, so it's a different good things. I just don't know if it'll go through this needle. I hope it does, because the needle should make a hole big enough for it, because it's not a very hard cotton, it's a softer sort of thing. It's a crochet thread, and it's not a hard one. And, like some of them are really hard, and you can't make a hole big enough for them to go through properly. Now, what do I put across this one? I think I'm going to use the same thing as I do. Oh, there's the wheat one. wedge stitch there. I'm not a really big fan of that either, so someone going to think about it. I wanted some more vibrant colours or something. I'm going to do this same thing across this one. I think I could do a blanket stitch, so that might look better. Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Because this has got a fraying. It's got a tendency to fray this bit. It's going to fray if I don't. Because there's a bit of wool. That's a wool blanket. That's a bit of wool. That's wool. They all are, except for the felt I'm putting on top and wool. I love wool fabric to work with. I really do. It's the best ever. It's close enough to me. I think like you can see everything around me as well, so maybe I'm not close enough, I don't know. There's a fair few thicknesses here that I'm going through, and that's okay as long as I go through just the top two, but I'm going right through them, all of them. I hope he's finished pruning. I can hear him in there listening to the lady who talks about tomatoes. He's going to do some big tomato growing next year. Or this year, they put them in later, don't they? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is he keeps telling me how many days it is before the show, and there's only not many. It's on the 26th of August, so today is the last day of July, I think. 31st today, I think. Yep. Come on. I think I've run into a snag here. I don't know what I'm going to put. I'm only going to go to there. I'm going to go across there. What do you reckon? I'll go down in there and come up this bit just to the edge of that. Righto. Then I'm going to have to take it back down again near the edge of that. Alright. I think you need to have some things overlapping. I think that's a good idea. Righto, now down here I'm going to have to do a little bit of a one. It's going to be just fake. This is a fake one. I'm just pretending to put in a stitch there. And then go around behind it. I didn't think through these tiny little skinny bits there, did I? I didn't think them through. Put that down in there. And I'll come over here. That's not going to work. I'll have to go down in here first. Because of where I started off, I have to have that piece going down there first. So I just do. And we'll come up under here. Righto. Yep, well that's nice, I like that. I did put that there because of the colour, I think, and I should have thought that through a bit better too, because it probably would have been better if I'd had a different colour. But at the moment I can't use my big shot myself. I have to wait till hubby gives me a hand. He helps me with it and put this stuff through. I can't do the winding. I'm waiting for some because I'm hoping that my osteoarthritis will just settle down a bit because of the weather. I think it'll be a lot better. I did go and I looked on the internet to find out what the weather was in this time of the year last year, and it was nowhere near this cold. It was probably cool of a morning, but it got up to 16 and that through the day. 16 and 18 through the day. Yesterday here it was 9. Oh no, maybe I think I might have got to 12 at one stage. And that's just, I can deal with it if it's up to 14 or 15. I can go out even in it if there's sunshine. Isn't that weird? You know, when I was young, it didn't matter. You just went, didn't you? You did things. You didn't even think about how cold it was out there. Just put some clothes on, off you go. We didn't feel it for some reason. I don't know what it was. Although when I was in bed of the night time, I did. I'm not like I'm now. I get too hot now, and sometimes. And when I was younger, I'd had socks, beanie. Oh, I was absolutely smashing when I was in bed. You know, there that many clothes on, I could hardly move. I go to bed because I'd be so cold. Now, I didn't do that right, but that's okay. Why didn't I keep... I was too busy talking. Never mind, it's different and it's all right. We're not going to be picky about that. It looks nice. And that's what we're after. Okay, so that looks better. And I'm not going to... I don't like that orange colour on there. That's just completely wrong for this. So I'm taking that out. I know. But I'm just going to do it with a darker one, that's all. Because I'm not real keen on this colour. But see, when you... That is a lot of the issues I have. If I'm working on something and then I can't go any further with it, there's a reason, you know? And I put it down. I reckon if you can't keep going with it, there's something wrong with it. You need to fix it. And that and the fact that I probably went on to something else, but I couldn't keep going with it, so I have to fix it. Change it up a bit. Make it what I want it to be. None of that's coming through there. Oh, dearie me. Let me see now. That. Well, I didn't sleep last night much. A couple of hours and that's all. Anyway. For some reason, must be all I needed. I don't know. By after dinner time. After lunch I'll be really keen to have a nap. I suppose I mustn't be doing enough through the day. I don't know. My mind's just going wild thinking about stuff all the time. What I'm going to do, which bit I'm going to work on. I'm going to do this today. You have to have things though to do, don't you? You've got to have things. Poor cat must have been cold last night. He usually sleeps out in the lounge room on the blanket on the chair because it's usually warm for a fair while, but he come into our room about 3 o'clock crying to get in bed. He did, he wanted to get in bed with us, so he usually keeps right away from us at, the night time after he's been in there for a while. You don't see him. He must have got cold last night. Okay, you're getting a lesson in pulling stuff out. That happens here with me, doesn't it? Sorry about this. Then you've got to do it though. It's very necessary. And I'm going to sew that down there, so maybe I should do that first. And even this leaf here, maybe I should sew the outside bits of it down too. I think I've gone through with the purple thread. Nobody's going to know what's under there. Nobody's going to know. Nobody will. Maybe he must have went out to water. He wasn't going to because it was too cold. I think that's what he's doing now. There's ice out there. But you still have to water because your garden doesn't like freezing without a drink. Doesn't want to be freezing without a drink. Okay, so what am I going to put around the outside of this? because that's my next idea. And what colour will I do? Now I've used that one, I've used that one. I don't think I need green. No, it's got green on there. Okay. Alright, look in here, we'll see what I've got in here that's going to go. Look good on there to make it come to life or something. It's not very bright, is it? That's a bit thinner one. But see, this is not, probably this colour's not something I would have considered putting on there either, really. But never mind. Got a variegated one there that might look good, I don't know. I hope I don't have to fix this one. We'll pull that out off there. That might do me for a try. Okay. Let's try that. See what you got. Right. No. I do like that there. Maybe this one. I'm going too light, am I? No. How about the purple? How about the purple? What do you reckon? I'll try that one, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. I think I like this one. Through here. I'm using a chenille needle. No, I'm not. I'm using a crewel needle. What am I talking about? I'm sure this is a crewel. Chenille. I made a mistake. It's a chenille needle. Yep. Well, well, you'll have to just forgive me this morning if I do make a mistake. I'm Now, there's not a lot of things that I can do with this around this, only the blanket stitch, because I've got a lot of blanket stitch on a lot of them, so it's okay. So today, I'll do this video. I don't know that I'm going to put it up straight after the one that I did yesterday, because I don't know when you're going to see this, whether it'll be after I've completed something else here that I've got on the table, because I have a couple of things that I need a tiny bit of work done to, and they're done. So I'm going to look at them in between this. I mean tiny bit of work. I don't mean I only need a few things fixed on and they're finished. I'm going down here and coming back up because I can't. Because it's sick, I can't go through and get it in the right place. I can't go too close there to get it in the right place. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself, you're going to have to put some pink somewhere else on this piece of work. Because if you don't, it's not going to look right. So what I might do is put a couple of little circles about, because it won't all connect like I want it to. Okay. I got that one. Maybe the needle needs to be a bit longer. If it was a bit longer, it might be easier to go through. And I am making these pretty big because I want them to be, well, I do like the stitches to be seen. That's the idea of it, isn't it? See your stitches. Thank you to everybody that's leaving me comments. I look forward to reading them. Pauline always talks to me a lot about things. That's good. We always do. Terry always leaves me a comment. It's nice to see that you're out there and you're watching, and Annette, she leaves me comments. So does Helen. It's been a little bit hard for me to work out people's names because they've got the, what's that called, the URL, is it URL name thing on there, and it's got letters before it or numbers before your name, and if I don't look carefully I don't see people's names on there. Today I got a chance to do a few answers to a few things. I got a chance to comment on a few because I was cold. I was sitting out there in the lounge room. I was going to move. Didn't want to move, so I decided to just do a few comments, and I hope that's okay because I try to do my best. I put a heart mostly, but I do read them all, and I really appreciate you being there and all your new subscribers too. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and for watching my videos. Got a few of them. Somebody watched a video that I did on making a cuff, you know, for your hand, and she said, how do you get it on if you're by yourself? And I thought, oh, I never thought of that. Well, with great difficulty to start with, and I wrote to her, maybe I should have thought of it something else. So maybe one time when I get a chance, I might try and redo one and figure out how to put, maybe you could put a Velcro clasp on it or something. Magnetic one would be okay. I guess it was only really a tiny magnet because it's made out of lace, you know, so it's really not easy to just tell you that, you know, how would you get it on yourself? Most of the things I got elastic on them anyway. If I'd make a bracelet for me, I'd have to put elastic on, so just put it on. And that's what I did with this one that I've got here. Just put elastic in it and make sure you glue the knot in it under the beads so it doesn't come out. So maybe, I don't know about the cuff thing, maybe you could put elastic on the end of the cuff and make it frilly. Put it on your, put it over your hand. Oh no, don't move that. You're not moving that, are you, Sonia? Are you moving that over? Don't do it. Back that way. But anyway, I guess there's lots of things to think about when you're making a video. And when you're trying to do something, you've got no idea, well you have because I'm telling you all the time, how many times sometimes I make a video and just have to take it off because it's not right. I've done something wrong too many times and I just can't put that up, you know. So I do try to, if I do something wrong, I do try to fix it. If I make a mistake, I try to fix it so I can show you, you know, what's going on. I like this. I think it looks good. Like I said, I need a couple more light bits across that way a bit so I can, just two, you know, so I can blend it in with the rest of the things. But this is really hard, like getting it through these thicknesses. But I don't mind doing it because I don't mind doing it. I'm probably used to it, I suppose, because if I wanted to just poke it down through and bring it back up, I could do that, but it just takes too long, and I'm a bit impatient sometimes. I'm only going through 2 thicknesses of the wool. This wool blanket here, I've got a big piece of that, big enough to make a blanket. Some, I don't think any are from blankets. I've got here. No, they're all wool pieces that I've got, except I've got a lot of blanket pieces. I must get them out and have another go with it, do some more. It's really good to have lots to do, you know. Really good to have lots to do. I would never say, well, I'm bored, I can tell you that now. Means that often gets small. Let me get a mouthful of drink, sorry. Scissors. Okie dokie. Now, well, that's what I'm going to do with those, okay? I've got to work out what I'm going to do with this. I think I'm going to put this on here. I think that'll give that a really good lift up, won't it? So I'm going to put that on there. I need some pink. I need some pink. Really pale pink. I just got to have some of that somewhere, surely. I have a square. Can't tell me that's not, it can't be the only piece that I've got. Here, the square. There's a bit I can make into a square or a circle. I suppose I could look further and I might have found a circle, but I just wanted to show you what the idea of this is. You need to have, you know, sort of some sort of thing. Maybe I can leave it as a square. It might look really cool as a square. That's not actually square, is it? Or will I make a leaf? For that, like, you know, so it looks like I've got some leaves. I could do that, I suppose. My nose is itchy. Sorry about this. I'm trying to figure out how I get two. I got another one, another bit here. It's not the same though, is it? Different sort of felt. Pretty close to the colour though. Oh, that's a bit wonky. Strange, weird, or whatever the case may be. It only needs to have to be a small bit though, doesn't it? It doesn't need to be something giant. It just needs to be on there to that's a bit wrong. You see what I'm doing? You can't even see what I'm doing with it, can you? I'm going to have to move it. I don't know what's the matter with this camera. I don't see almost so. I'm going to take it away somewhere. So that'll go on there, but I'll need to put. Maybe I'll put. Come here. I'll go on there with some really nice thread on it to hold it down. I don't think I can do this with this tiny little piece, can I? It's just not possible. You'd think I'd know felt, wouldn't you? Big boxes of it here behind me. And everything else known to creation sitting on top of it. don't know how I'd come to do this, but I do. I'm good at it. Piling stuff on top of stuff. This is not the good. This is not the good bit, though. I don't think. That's not the. I'll find some. Nobody panic. We'll get some because we've got to. That thing's going to be up now, so I'm going to have to go. I'll be back at another time to finish a bit more on it for you. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.